so I gotta get through it. The only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Solo Dolo back at it again. We are going to talk about WWE and WrestleMania is in 4 days. I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty excited. Hopefully, I get to watch it. I don't quite know. Just depends on what the homie's doing that night. If we're gonna chill and watch it, but I don't quite know yet. But we're gonna jump right into this podcast and get to talking and see what's going on. So, first and most fun, or what's been going on Raw and SmackDown. We had on Monday night, we had Seth Rollins versus the Enforcer, Solo Sikoa, in the main event in Bloodline Rules. And, of course, Jimmy Uso got into it. Then The Rock came out. And then Cody Rhodes came out and was like, so him and The Rock first. But, of course, Roman Reigns did not leave the building like he said he was going to. So at the end of the night, it was the final boss and the Tribal Chief standing over the American Nightmare and the Architect, Seth freaking Rollins. So they got a pretty good card up this year for WrestleMania. A lot of stuff like, of course, not one main event, the biggest tag team match in WrestleMania history, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. And if Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins wins, it will be a no bloodline match at night 2. But of course, if The Rock and Roman Reigns wins at night 1, it will be bloodline rules. So I'm pretty excited about WrestleMania. I want to jump right in to talk about some of the matches that are going to take place at WrestleMania so far, with the tag team ladder match that's going to take place. Bayley versus Io Sky, Dominic Mysterio, and Andrade. Oh, man, what's his name? Alberito. No, his name ain't no Alberito. Sandra Escobar. That's his name. Sandra Escobar and Dominic Mysterio versus Roman Reigns and Dragon Lee, which that's going to be a good match. But of course, I believe the Condom's going to screw them over and win the match. But let's look at the wrestling match. Saturday night WrestleMania 40 card is, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I believe Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins are going to win that match. You have the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. And I hope Rhea Ripley wins that, because we need to push her to the fucking moon. Just over the top, to the moon. Make her like a superstar. Becky Lynch has already had her huge push. She became the man, the Stone Cold Steve Austin woman version. So we definitely need to push and make Rhea Ripley like the next big thing. Then we got the Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. I don't know. Gunther's been the champion for a long time, and he's good. But I think Sami Zayn needs to win it and really get that push that he needs. And then you got Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso, the brothers, twin magic, and I really can't wait for that match. I hope Jey Uso wins that. Main event Jey, we gotta really push him. He's by himself. He's fighting his brother, his lone tag team partner, and it should be a very technical match. I mean, they've spent years together fighting. They know each other so well. Uh, they should be trying to do moves on each other that the other one knows so well. They just boom. They already avoided that match. Then you got the six-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship. The Judgment Day, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor versus Awesome Truth. That's the Miz and R-Truth versus DUI, Johnny Gargano, and Thomas Ciampa versus the New Day, Cody Woods and Xavier Woods. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Versus the new Crash Republic, Pat Dominic, and Tyler Bates versus the A-Town Down, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller. And then you'll have Becca Bier, Naomi, and Jack Cargan versus Damage Control, Decca, Kai, Asuka, and Christine. And of course, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santa Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. That's night one. That is night one of WrestleMania. That's going to be a great card. I see a lot of places where you can do some interesting stuff, especially that The Rock, Roman versus Cody and Seth. I feel like that could be a really good match. Gonna be a lot of drama, a lot of people coming in and out, doing stuff. Just have to see how that goes, It could be a very technical match, very good. The Rock's first match back, I believe, since he's been on this heel run and stuff. And then, Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch, that's going to be a good match. Very, very good match. Hope Rhea Ripley wins the Intercontinental Championship. I got to give it to Sami Zayn. Jimmy versus Jey. Going with Jey. Now, this six-pack ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team Championship, I believe they are going to, separate the championship. One set on Raw, one set on SmackDown. Now, I don't think the Judgment Day are going to keep any of their tag team, but I'm going to say that the Miz and R-Truth takes the SmackDown championships and the New Day takes the Raw championships. And I believe, of course, Becca Bier, Naomi, and Jake Cargan is going to win that match. I believe Santa Escobar and Dominic Mysterio are going to win in their tag team match. Now going on to Sunday, night 2 of WrestleMania. The Undisputed World Championship, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. That's going to be a really good match. I think Cody Rhodes has to finish the story. It's just been going on for way too long now, almost 2 years. It's time for him to get his championship and let him hold it for a good 6 months, not too long, because lately, it's just been bland because somebody would win the championship and holds on to it forever. I mean, we've had the same champions for over a year, the Judgment Day, Gunther, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Io Sky. They've all been the champions for so long. None of these belts are changing out. It's just the same thing. And it's getting old. Then you got the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. And CM Punk will be the special guest commentator, which that's going to be funny to see what happens with that. And then the WWE Women's Champion, Io Sky versus Bayley. Bayley's going to win. I do believe Bayley's going to win. She's went babyface again. They're going to give her another push. And shit. Then a U.S. Championship triple threat. Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens versus Kevin Owens. That is going to be a good match. Very technical. Very, you know, who's gonna pull it out? Logan Paul is just gonna be cheating. But you gotta remember, Randy Orton has the most three deadliest letters in his arsenal. The RKO, which is literally my favorite, at least in my top 5 finishers of all time. Literally, it can be hit out of nowhere. You won't see it coming. He's hit it at so many heights, levels, off cages, ladders, backflips, all kinds of shit. And, Kevin Owens, he has the rage. I do not see Logan Paul winning, keeping his belt at WrestleMania. I do believe he's going to lose. I don't know. Just don't know. Then you got LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Now I can't wait for this match. It's gonna be good. And something about LA Knight. Like, I've been watching LA Knight and stuff, and I really do believe that LA Knight would make a really good, like, Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, character, like that anti-hero. You know, a couple weeks ago he did the segment where AJ Styles was talking and stuff, and but he wasn't at the show, and he was sitting there, and he just starts beating up the TV, smashing it with the chair and going on, and it just reminded me of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, that's some Stone Cold Steve Austin right there, which would be really good to see, getting back into that attitude era would be nice. They've been doing a lot of swearing lately, so you can see that it's getting back to where it was. So I definitely believe LA Knight would be the man for that job. And then you got Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Andrew Dawkins versus the Final Testament, Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain, Ackman and Rizzolo. I believe I'm saying their name right. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it right now. And, it's just going to be a good WrestleMania. Good WrestleMania. Can't wait. But definitely just can't wait to see all that. And then you can't forget about, they've already been building up some, like, after WrestleMania stories with, maybe the Judgment Day breaking up, which I think that's about time for that to happen. Break up the Judgment Day, let them go their separate ways, keep Rhea Ripley as the Raw Women's Champion, led, Finn Balor and Damian Priest still be a tag team just for a little bit. Led Damian Priest cash in the Money in the Bank the night after WrestleMania on either Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre. Do not do it to Cody Rhodes. That would be the biggest FU ever. That would make a lot of people mad. Definitely, because Finn Balor needs to cash it in here soon, because Money in the Bank is on July the 6th of 2024. So that's soon, like real soon. And if you don't cash it in here soon, it will expire. So maybe after, the Raw after WrestleMania, there'll be a thing where he cashes in on either Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins wins it. Then have him and Finn Balor still be a tag team just for a little bit, and then have Damian Priest turn on Finn Balor and kind of like sideline him for a little while, and then you can always do Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for the championship down the road. And, have back to the Judgment Day, have Dirty Dom does not join Fantastic Lopez and fight the LWO. Give him his own solo run. he should really have his own solo run and be going after the United States Championship. Because I feel like Dominic Mysterio, he's so hated, he would be such a good heel to have a run as a champion. Because everybody would just want him to lose the championship. But main event after pay-per-view, after Rival, he just keeps on winning, keeps on cheating, There's a reason why they call him Dirty Dom. He's a dirty player. Of course he's going to cheat to win. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And then, I can't remember who the other guy is in the Judgment Day. Somebody. Well, he ain't too big, so, they'll probably just put him back on the shelf or send it back to NXT. But WrestleMania is going to be big this year. Can't wait. It's going to be crazy. And who knows what's actually going to happen at WrestleMania, A lot of stuff can happen. It could get really crazy. It's going to be a really interesting WrestleMania. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see what all happens. Who wins and who our new champions will be. Because, man, I'm getting tired of all these same champions. It's over. They've been so long. Need to freshen it up and stuff. But that's it for this podcast. But before I go, I want to speak a little bit on the podcast, what the idea is for, and what I'm going to work on. I'd love to get y'all's suggestions. If you'd like to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, you can always leave me a comment. Tell me what you liked about it, what you didn't like, and give me y'all's feedback. I'd love some feedback, some ideas on how to improve the channel, how to make it better for y'all's ears. I know I probably don't sound the best because I'm recording this on an old laptop with headphones, but it's hard out here for a pimp. That gas right now where I'm at's like $3.49 a gallon. Can't even fill up on $20 anymore. It's rough. But for this podcast, we're gonna be talking about like WWE, AEW, the World Wrestling Federation, New Japan Wrestling, and all that good stuff. We'll be doing other podcasts talking about like top 10, top 5s, and I'd love to get some guests on the show, some other people that would like to be guests on the show to do some back and forth debating, talking, our favorite wrestlers, pay-per-views, and stuff like that. I'm going to try to get really good at posting these consistently at a good rate. It's just I'm super busy, full-time job, kids, a whole list of things I got to do. You know how it is. But just remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and just hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification, leave a comment and stuff, and y'all have a good night.